Okay, I am once again attempting logic bombs. I am once again suffering for my choices. Interesting, interesting. So X could be 3. Y is at least 1. So I have 12 cats. Again, I have multiple duplicates of 2. Actually, I don't necessarily know that's true. Well, I know X has to be at least 1, so it has to be that. If this is the case, then Y must be 2. At least. I mean, Y could technically be way more. Say X is 2, Y is 1, Z is 3. So assuming then that is the case, Y then must equal, because if that's the case, I need 2 to be here, right? And then I would need 2 to be here. Yeah, because like if it's only 1, you'd still need 1 on this side. If Y is 2, yeah, see, you can't have that, because then nothing would be supporting these. Okay, so I'm making the assumption that there's a relationship between Y and Y, X and X, and Z and Z. And the primary reasons is that one, these two stars cannot be in the same area, which means there must be a wall between the two, forcing a one-to-one relationship between these, which means this, technically this could be that, no, actually, I know that has to be the case, both of them, 1 and 1. X is at least 1. And it's a hard stop there. It really comes down to, does X then equal 2, because that's 4. Let's see, one here, one here. So x is 2, y is still 1, z is 3. So x is 2, possible, okay. Let's say y then is 1. Yeah, that's not possible. And if z is 3, that's possible, but that doesn't really help. So I think it's more likely to three, two, two, three. But then you can't. Actually, that can't be. No, yeah, that can't. Close. I know I'm close. You know what? I have to wonder, actually. Yeah, y is forced to be that way. Which means that, yeah. Darn it. Let's see, it's 2, 2, 3. These are 1. These are 2. But if this is 1, this is 1. Yeah, so, like, I can't. But then there's 2, which isn't possible. So it's like, how do I create a situation I don't get it. Because I'm pretty sure my math is mostly right, but I'm missing something here. I don't know if that's the case. Got a terrible case of hiccups right now. Okay, 2, 1, 3. Okay, here we go. I think I got it. Possibly. So I don't have an answer on these just yet. Wait, this can't be. Yeah, it can't be right. Yeah, I have to be off on this because I don't have a separation. Okay. This isn't possible. Yeah, which means I'm doing something. Maybe I'm right on the 2. Or whoops. Well, I don't. Is there a way? No, because they have to be separated. Like, that is a forced requirement. And Y is forced to have at least that one. X is forced to have at least that one. And if I make it 3, then it's no longer possible to resolve it. Well, that's cheating, but I effectively got an answer for part of my problem. Yeah, actually, pretty sure. Yeah, this is starting to actually make a lot more sense now I look at this. Taking a guess. Can't be. Actually, no, that could be true. But I need something over here. No, but it has to be. Hmm. Doesn't that make this unsolvable then? Yeah, that makes this unsolvable, which means why can't... Can't be, because this and this both have to be blocked because they're already serviced. They are forced to be serviced. That must be the case. Which actually makes it an impossible situation. Wait, hold up. This is where the problem is at its core. Because yes, this belongs to here, this belongs to here, but because Y cannot service this, and y is at least 1. Yeah, because they can't be touching with the spaces. It's not possible, so it has to be that. Actually, my solution previously was wrong, because if that is the case, can't do that, because then you have 2 and I only have 1. Yeah, so actually that entire logic was wrong. I don't know, yeah. Let's say like that. So 1, there we go. Do something like this then. So y is 2. Yeah, that then gives me the possibility to put this here. Gives me the possibility to do this. X must be 3 then. That's not. Oh wait, this is z. Z is 1. Yeah, okay. Yeah, z is 1. That's possible. Okay. Is that likely to be that solution? Still end up here. If x is 3, do I actually? There we go. Wow, that was a tricky one. Now it's all just a group of singles, so I'm really being forced to solve all these problems sequentially, which is good for my way because I just keep going and going and going until I solve the one in front of me. But the way the overarching game is designed is entirely for like going ahead, having an easier version of like what you're getting hung up on and then coming back and reevaluating with like your more forward knowledge on that particular area of difficulty. So the game very much is balanced around the idea of moving onto different problems with different ranging complexity of aspects, if it's like diagonals or linears or like spacing requirements and so on and so forth. It very much is built around that. um it's good, it's just, man, it gets frustrating at times.